Hi, this is Beth Daniels from spacecoaststamper.com, and today I want to show you how to make a card that has an image that's reflected. So let's get started. For this particular card we're using the stamp set Lovely as a Tree, and we're using this stamp. This stamp set is one of my favorites, and it has been around since 2001. Very long time, since Stampin' Up! Retires some of their stamp sets each year. I keep thinking that this next year it's going to go away, but so far we still have it. And it's a perfect stamp to use for something that is reflected. So to do a reflected card, you need a piece of window sheet. So we're going to start with that and our Marina Mist background. And we want to create some clouds with white craft ink, and there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. One is to take a sponge and just sponge on some white, and remember you need some on the bottom too, because this is a reflected image, so there would be clouds reflected in the water. The other way is to take your stamp pad and just go direct to paper like that. And because we're using craft ink, it doesn't dry immediately. I would use a heat gun to dry this. So we're going to just kind of pretend that this is already dry. And the next step then is to take my window sheet, which is cut to be the same size. And I'm going to ink up the trees with black stays on. And I want to stamp them at the very top of that window sheet. And then you want to take the window sheet and turn it over. Ink up your trees again. And stamp. I'm going to set that aside for a minute, and we need to create the little grassy area. So I've cut a strip of old olive cardstock, and I'm just going to rip the edges by tearing with my right hand towards myself, flip it over and tear the other side. And I'm going to attach it with a little bit of snail to the center of the Marina Mist piece. And then we're ready to attach the trees. And because we're using window sheet and it's clear, we can't use snail to attach it. We can't use mini dots because you would see them. So I'm going to use linen thread to attach it. So I'm going to take my paper piercing tool and punch holes on the sides. And then I'm going to use the linen thread to thread through, and I'm going to use a dental floss threader, which makes it so much easier to get this linen thread through these little tiny holes. So I'm going to go through from the front, flip it over and go back through from the back side. And I've already stamped a little happy birthday greeting, which is from the Hostess stamp set Banner Greetings. And I'm going to thread this through using my dental floss threader again. and then just tie that in a knot. And with my paper snips, trim the ends of that linen thread. And now I have it attached on one side, and I would take another piece of linen thread and attach it on this side, and then attach that to my card base, and I have a white mat behind it. And there you have the finished card. So quick and easy, but it's just a lot of pop to have those trees reflected. You'll be able to find complete directions and the measurements for everything I've used on my blog, www.spacecoaststamper.com. Thanks for stopping by.